Hey guys, what's up y'all? This is Sheila with What's Up Y'all. Today I started, first off, Sammy. Let me see if I can get him. Who's over there at the door? You see him right there? His nails grow so fast. And at night, when you're trying to sleep, well, I mean, it's kind of a good thing, but he just clipped it. You can hear his little nails go on these wood floors. And of course, I know then to get up and let him out. He's getting older, so he has to make quite a few pee runs. Well, anyway, so I started out this morning with clipping his nails. It doesn't hurt him, but he starts just shaking. And then he'll lay there, and I'll say, and I'll cut his nails. And then I said, okay, once I say that okay word, he jumps up and flies off. Well, anyway, I as you will see, or got a video this morning, is that I cut it on the rug over there so I can come back with a vacuum and vacuum it up. But here's another thing I want to show y'all. Let me just turn you around. You see this mess right here? Of course, this morning I got stuff out of the dryer, and I went ahead and dried that, and I put the sheets up already. But I got this up off the floor from where I sit. Mister sits here, I sit here. And I don't know what's wrong with me, but let me show you over here. Of course, I got my basket of yarn, and then the electrical thing, which I'm going to move. But I just want to show you this. You see all this stuff on the floor? Right there's a trash can. A lot of times I'll sit here in my chair, and I'll just try to, throw it right there. I can never hit that trash can as big as it is. It all ends up on the floor. I don't get it. Now, okay. So I got to get back there and get that mess up, because it looks horrible. Looks like a little rat's been in here and storing stuff and carrying it around. Well, here's the other thing. Possum, okay, right here, I put her heating pad up under that blanket because she always wants to sit on my lap, and I can't move. If I want to get up, I gotta use the bathroom, and of course she's old and I don't like to move around. Well, she picks different spots to lay at, and I'll show you. Now she's gonna get mad because now she's back over here on the stool. See here? Well, I gotta move that stool today. But now she's laying there. But if I'm sitting over there in my chair right over yonder, she comes and lays on my lap. So I'm going to move this stuff and see if I can get it organized. I hate bothering her, but I'm going to put the stool right here. See if I can, I don't know if it's going to work or not, but let's try it. And of course I got to get this stuff up. And get this thing arranged. That way, when I'm sitting here in the evenings, or whatever time of day, with this is my heating blanket, electric blanket, I think that's what you call it. And she'll come, like I said, and lay on my lap. So I'm going to see if I can put it here, so that way she's still close to me, but she has her own, and I'm going to put the heating pad on it. So if I have guests over, they have a place to sit, because Sammy takes up this space. Whew. Well, anyway, so I'm going to try to get this organized. So let's get to it. See what I can do. Can't promise you that I'll get it organized, but we're going to try. I just swept the floors. I got to get Flo out. You know, one of them little iRobots. And I got it for a really reasonable price. That some friends sold it to us because I guess their carpet and stuff, it would be catching and all. I too have to go around the house and make sure there's nothing that it can suck up into the rollers, like that Christmas tree skirt. I'm going to have to get up because if it goes over there, it's just going to suck it into the iRobot. But I like the iRobot because, like, it'll go here, it'll get behind the sofa, and gets up under the TV entertainment system, and it just gets up under a lot of stuff that, you know, it's kind of dusty, yucky up under there, so it does a pretty good job. So I'm going to be getting her out. I call her Flo. Actually, they called her Flo, and I just thought that was just such a perfect name. As she flows through the house in, like, the maid Flo, or I think that was a maid Flo. Well, her name is Flo. So I'm going to do that shortly. I'm not going to do it right now because it'll make too much noise. But Mr. went out to walk Sammy. Sammy's getting like a roly-poly. He's getting so fat. Speaking of fat. Yep. Well, anyway, I should be out there walking with him too, but it seems like I'm just busy when he's wanting to go for a walk. I need to dust today. I'm looking and I could write my name on my furniture today. And it just hasn't been that long since I did it. Nor, you know what, I have to sweep about every single day. And these dark floors show everything. I mean, if any of y'all out there have dark floors, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, they're pretty, but they can show the pretty mess too. So, I don't know, maybe I've got to just dust mop. No, mop. And see how much I can get up along with the furniture. And I think it's because Mr. don't wipe his feet when he comes in. And he just brings it, especially after he mows the grass and stuff, he'll just come on in. And little grass pieces are falling all over the floor. We've got them little rocks, pebble rocks that's out there. Somehow in his tennis shoe, it sticks up in those little grooves on the bottom of his tennis shoe. And then it comes in here and the little rocks are coming off. I told myself, you're going to have to start taking off your shoes when you come in. But he's in and out so much, he just hates doing that. It sure is working me to death, I'm going to tell you. Anyhow, I don't know if y'all have that problem at your house. I was trying to think of a story today, and I had one like right on the tip of, you say tip of your tongue, but tip of my brain. And now I can't remember for nothing. I know y'all like me telling you stories. I guess if I think of it as we go on with the day, I'll try to jump on here jiffy quick so I can tell you. We finished putting up the lights. I think it's in the video, the one before this, outside, and I videoed this. So if you didn't see that, I don't know. I just thought it was pretty up here on top of the mountain, and got the lights outside. I told you about the Christmas tree we had on the deck, and it's such severe wind up here. It blew it, the first time it blew it, we didn't know. It blew way down there on the hill, way down there. We had to go fetch it. Well, y'all know that story. I told you the story about me and Mr. falling off the truck. Somebody said, Sheila, you really need to be careful. And really you do, because he could have just backed over me, or I may backing over him. But that's why I kept looking up my rear view mirror. And then when I didn't see him, I thought he fell back in the back of the truck. And I had to go like this and look and see if he was in the back of the truck, which he wouldn't. But anyway, I laughed. I know it. I couldn't help it. Y'all go back, listen to that story too. But there was one. Even Mr. goes, did you tell him about? And I go, no. I got to try to remember it so I could tell you guys. It'll come to me. I do want to say this. This is one of the things I want to talk to y'all about in getting old. And I know that most of my viewers are, getting up in age like me. And younger, but not real young. There might be a few out there that's real young. But And one of the things that I noticed, even since we moved up here, because we've been having to work hard in our double wide mobile home in the hills of Virginia, which we love dearly, but we have worked and worked and worked on our home, and it's been a lot. And then I've been out there. I mow too. I really like mowing, and it just gives me time to myself. And sometimes you put on your little ear pods and listen to music, or just talk to the Lord and stuff. But let me get to it. So, man, I noticed in the videos, man, I'm looking at me and I'm going, I'm getting old. It just really did a really impact, boom. And I look at it, I go, Lord have mercy, you sure are getting old, girl. And I am. And I'm looking at this double chin, these jowls that come on down right here. And then the old turkey gobble gobble dick. And I'm going, when did that happen? And what do you do about it? I've been putting this lotion on my face, my L'Oreal. And it's supposed to help with it. I ain't seen not near one wrinkle filled in with it yet. Maybe I need to take some collagen. What are y'all doing out there that's my age? What are y'all putting on your faces making you look young and youthful? When you get old, you don't want to look old. You want to continue. And I know I'm not talking about youthful back in my 20s or even my 30s. But even in my late 40s and 50s have been great. You know, just kind of help it out a little bit. But what do y'all use? And whatever you use, are you finding a result? See, that's the thing. You can use anything, but if it's no results and you just used it because the commercials say this is good for your skin, this helps you get the wrinkles out, this does a lift. It's just commercials. I want to know what the real deal is out there. That's one of the things I wanted to talk to you about. I don't put on much makeup these days. When you're up here, who's gonna see you? Well, y'all see me, but y'all know me. But if, I was thinking, well, maybe I need to spruce up a little bit for Mister. You know what I mean? And I think he's getting so old too. It's just his eyes are getting bad, and he can't half hear. And I've just been noticed he's just been kind of creeping around. I mean, he's been walking slow. And I get where, I might be slow because, I told you about my accident and about my leg and all. It's a little bit difficult for me to get around. But dog, I get past him, it's like the tortoise and the hare. Now, don't y'all think, well, he gets to the finish line. No, I get to the finish line first. I can run rings around him. And he's getting like weak. And bless his heart, I don't know, give him some Geritol or what. I probably need some Geritol too, honest to goodness. But, I was helping my son. There was this cabinet because, he's moving. He had to move out of the rental house because he's moving into the house he bought, which needs lots of renovation. Mister couldn't hardly carry it all, as big as he is. And so he kind of left and went home. And then me and my son, I said, come on, let's get this thing. Honey, hush. I picked that thing up and carried it right, and he says, Ma, he's gotten really weak. Maybe I'll know something he can take too. I need something for the face and he needs something for weakness. And he's so slow. You ever ride down the road and I know y'all said it. I know it. Don't you tell a story. Did you be riding down the road and you get behind this car and you're going the speed limit. Say it's 45. You're going the speed limit. This person in front of you is going 30. You go, that must be a grandpa, grandma up there driving. Well, I'm getting where I'm kind of getting concerned about him. Because it's like, we need to be there. And he's like, and he likes to look at everything around him. And I go, if you want to sightsee, let me drive. Then you can sightsee. Because when Mister, it seems like I'm beating up on Mister, don't it? I'm just telling you some things that's going on. And this is for real life. But he'll be driving And he wants to look at everything around him, and so he's driving, and while he's looking up, then he'll want to look over here, and the cow's on the hill or whatever. So as he's looking, he kind of goes, "Hey!" So and he'll be seeing something over here, and he's going like this, and I go, "Whoa, whoa!" I go, "You want me to drive?" I kind of offended him, I guess. He goes, "Well, next time," he says, you can drive your car and I'll drive mine. I haven't gotten in an accident yet." I said, "That's because I'm sitting over here going, whoa, 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 and hey, 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 and watch out, and don't do that. That's why you ain't had no accidents." It's common sense. Well, I just don't know. I need y'all to pray for him. We'll pray for the both of us. And putting up them lights, I thought, whew, mercy Jesus. Help me, Lord. But, you know, you gotta make your husbands, or, you know, you gotta make them feel good. And so I just still praise him and thank him for what he's done. I wouldn't want to be without him. No sirree, Bob. So, I've just gotten to the old stuff here now. We're talking about being old. Well, I would have started out with my face. I don't know how I hopped on the other, but anyhow. I don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day. I still got to get them Christmas cards filled out because I want them out kind of on the early side. And I don't know if I mentioned it before, and if I have, I'm just doing a repeat. But, you know, maybe it's just my thinking's different. Well, I know it is. My thinking's different than a lot of people. Now, there's a few of y'all know, y'all relate to me, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, and you start telling me your stories. I'm glad there's other people out there like me. But getting back to these Christmas cards, it's like, ain't I worth 50 cents? Is it 50 cents now? Is it going up? You don't have to send out a whole truckload of Christmas cards. But if you've got that person, that friend, you know, and I think I'm a friend to a lot of people back where I come from. Old cheapskates. I send them a Christmas card because I think they're worth it. And it's just the thought. You don't have to buy a big old Christmas gift. It's just the thought. So some of y'all watching, if y'all hadn't been doing that, might want to think about it. It just makes them feel good. And you know what? I like to put it up as some of my Christmas decor. I like to put it up, hang it on the door. You know how you tape them. You kind of open the flap up and you tape it, and then you stick it on either around the window or on the door or something. I just like that. And every once in a while I'll go back and I'll just look. I go, isn't this a pretty Christmas card? I like this one. Isn't that sweet? That's what I do. Because I like my Christmas cards. So there's other people out there, guys. So think about your friends out there and your family and send them a Christmas card. I mean, you don't have to send, like I said, a buttload, a truckload. You can send out a few cards. Let them know you're thinking about them. Anyway, that's enough of that. So I'm going to work on my Christmas cards today. I want to show you, I got to show you the ones I'm going to give the neighbors around here because we got a lot of cows. I mean, when I saw that, I said, this is perfect. I'm not showing the others, but I want to show this one. And probably some of my neighbors are watching this. Well, you'll know what you're going to get. Well, and let me show you. Like I said, we got a lot of cows around here. I mean, about every hill, you see all these black cows. There might be one white cow out there. And every once in a while, you see a black cow with a white face. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, cows. And I guess that's what they do for a living, cows. I don't know anything about a cow other than they moo and they give milk. Other than that, I don't know much. Got the big old eyes, kind of looks pretty. Anyway, let me show you this. Y'all ready? What's that say? Y'all see it? Look at that. Look at that cow. Look, ain't that cute with a little hat on? It goes, cowbells ring. Are you listening? That's perfect, isn't it? I I thought it was. As soon as I saw it, I grabbed it up. I'm not showing y'all the other ones. Well, I guess I can. Of course, if my friends down in the big city might be seeing this, they go, oh, look what she's going to be sending out. Well, y'all better go get y'all some Christmas cards and go send me one from the big city down there. Anyway, I thought this was pretty too. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Maybe y'all don't like that kind of thing, but I do. I like the little bit, like little balls on there. They got the glitter on them. I don't like a whole lot of glitter, but isn't that pretty? Look at there. Okay. And then, of course, I've got some more packs around here somewhere. Do you know last year I sent out 50 or more Christmas cards? I sure did. And then I got this one. Look at that cardinal. Isn't that pretty too? Now, cardinal don't have any little glitter, but the trees, like with the snow, can y'all see that? The snow's got that little bit of glitter, that little bit of twinkle. Well, now y'all saw it. So my friends and my family out there, now you know what you're going to get. I just had to share. You know, it's like Christmas and Christmas gifts. My mom used to tell me if y'all did this. Oh, I know the story. Yes, I'm going to tell you the story. Y'all remind me. Remind me. My mom, she would get the Christmas gifts, and she would just, you know, wrap them up. She was a good wrapper. I liked them good wrapper ones. I could wrap a present really well as well. But anyway, she would wrap them up, put them up under the tree and stuff, and she called me by my middle name, which is Diane. And she says, you know, Southern, they go, Diane. So she'd be sitting there and she'd go, Diane, I know what you got. And I go, I don't want to know. She goes, don't you want to know what you got? She just egging me on about my presents up until she said, do you want one? I go, no, it ain't Christmas, Mom. I want to wait till Christmas, then open them up. Because if I open up now, I ain't going to have that many presents for Christmas. So I want to open it up on Christmas. And she goes, you going to like what you got. That's what she do. That's just torture, you know it. Or she goes, I just can't wait. I just want you to open up a present. I go, no. So then what we would do, and what I did with my kids, on Christmas Eve, I had to pick the present. You know, kids, they see the biggest gift up on a tree. That's what they want to open. And I would pick out the present. And my mom did the same thing. That on Christmas Eve, you got to open up one gift. Not unless we went over to like a family thing, you know, where they're exchanging gifts, and you know, then they can open up the gifts then. But at home, they can only open up one on Christmas Eve. So, you know, that was kind of like a tradition, me and my kids, and of course Mom and stuff. So, I miss those days, you know what? I really do. I miss those days. We take for granted sometimes what we have, or who's around. We need to tell one another that, I see Mr. out, that's why I'm looking, that we love them. But let me get to the story. This is the story I wanted to tell you. Come on in. Let me pull you a little bit closer. Come on in. Okay. Way back once upon a time. Not really. My great-grandmother, yeah, my great-grandmother, you know, back then you've got the Depression, and I mean, you know, people really lived off the land at that point in time, because, you know, if you look at my age, when you think about my great-grandmother, then you kind of know what era of time it was. But anyway, my great-grandmother, they had very little. I mean, very little. It was just all you could do to get something to eat. And, you know, it's kind of like survival. But family was loved, family was appreciated. And they would still get together for Christmas. You know, because you got to know the reason for the season, you know what I mean? It's not about all the gifts and stuff. It really isn't. And I don't like when people have to get up under pressure that they feel like they got to go get, you know, a dollar amount or even if they have to get anything, or give anything. Anyway, that's another story. But anyway, they couldn't give gifts, not unless they were handmade. And, that was popular in those days. And it was much loved because that person took the time to make it. And, maybe hours to make it. Like, I'm working on a gift for my son who doesn't watch this. But my son, of course he knows, and it's an Afghan. And that way, when I'm gone, to glory, hallelujah, Jesus, praise the Lord. But when I'm gone, he'll have that, and he will remember, and he knows that Mom made this, and it took her. Because I'm telling you what, making them Afghans, especially one that fits on a full, not a full bed, but a queen bed. Whew, you can't just do it overnight. I'm gonna tell you. Well, anyway, so you do handmade things that mean something. Well, with them not having very much money, and if they could make handmade stuff, they would make the handmade stuff. But this is what, she didn't have hardly anything. And this has been a tradition ever since then. What she would do was go over to, a family member's house, and as many as she could on Christmas Eve. And she would knock on the door. When they came to the door, what she would say is, "Christmas Eve gift." Get it? She was the gift. It was the family and the love. And coming on Christmas Eve, and there she was to get into the festivities, to hug them, to let them know that she loved them. So she was the gift. And so it got through the years, even with her, then if they heard the knock on the door, what they would do, they would open the door. They knew it was her. She'd done it every year. But they would open the door, and they would try to say it before she would say it. They'd go, "Christmas Eve gift." Now that might not mean much to you, but to me it does. So there was a tradition, and with our family, starting from my great-grandmother to my grandmother to my mother, now to me. And some of these millennials, if you know what I mean, they go, "That's stupid." Because and I don't mean no disrespect what I'm saying, but these millennials, it's like, you owe me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They don't have hardly any, there's a lot of people that have respect, but most of these, like we were at the store the other day, and they'll just walk right in front of you. They don't say, "Excuse me, I'm sorry," or nothing. They just think they're entitled. All right, let's get back. So way back then, then my grandmother would do it, and then my mother, she would get on the phone, and sometimes she'd call like a few seconds before Christmas Day. Everybody knew when they got that telephone call, you better answer, not hello, but you better answer it, "Christmas Eve gift." And it was a fun thing. And I do it with my kids and with the church members. So I don't know if they're doing it now with their loved ones, but I try to instill in them. So you'll think about Christmas. You'll think about what's important, and it's family, and it's love, and it's Jesus. That's the first and foremost, is Jesus. So my kids now, they try to, even during the day, and I know better than to answer that phone hello on Christmas Eve. You won't catch me saying hello. I don't care who's calling. It could be Lowe's calling me about an order. It could be anybody in the doctor's office, because when I answer that phone, it's going to be Christmas Eve gift, and I know they're going, "What? Did I get the right number?" Now y'all might want to do that and maybe start a tradition in your home. But I thank my great-grandmother for doing that. It's brought a lot of smiles in our home. So that's the story I wanted to share with you, being that Christmas is coming. It's just right around the corner. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that. I miss those days. I miss all the family, because, as we get older, people just kind of die out and go on to glory and all. And you don't have that many people say Christmas Eve gift. But I miss those days. I miss going over to my grandma's. All the cousins would get together, and my grandmother would get, everybody something, even handmade, because she crocheted. That's how I learned how to crochet, was my grandmother. And it didn't have to be very big, just a, even a card. That's what I'm saying, guys. A Christmas card. Come on now. But you miss being around families. And so much has changed in this world today. And family's just not, I don't know. I know what's happened, but I really don't want to get into it. I think you know too. Well, let me get off here. I'm going to go over there and get me some tea, some hot tea. I'm going to try to see what flavor it is in there besides that green tea. But, well then, you know what? I might need to go and drink that green tea up. So, I'll see y'all in just a little bit. We got some Christmas cards to fill out, me and you. Okay, let me go get my tea. I'll see y'all in a few. tears. Well, I got this tea for some reason. I think I got it because I was going to try to clean that. Everybody, back in the day, when I say back in the day, a few years ago, they were saying, you need to drink green tea. I don't know what I was supposed to do. I guess it's antioxidants or something. Heck, I don't know. But anyway, I'm bumping y'all into everything. So, let's go back in here and let's sit and let me drink my green tea. I might go ahead and get started on these Christmas cards. And then, whoops. Okay, we're getting back in my chair. Oh, where y'all at? Hey, where y'all at? There you are. I gotta get on YouTube, and I got a pretty decent camera, I think. But I gotta get on YouTube because there's got a lot of features on it that I don't know how to use, and I want to learn. I could probably do a lot of great things. I don't know what great things, but I'm sure it does. I know it does. It does more than what I'm doing. And then y'all go dark all the time. I don't understand that. I used to be standing there and all of a sudden y'all just kind of fade out and fade in. Kind of spooky, ain't it? That's another video talking about spooks. I bet y'all got some stories. I've got some stories. But that's for another day. So, what did I do with it? I'm gonna drink this yummy green tea. I know what else I gotta do today. I know I got another load of clothes, but don't y'all get tired of seeing me wash clothes and sweep floors. Seems like that's all I do. Can't wait for the spring to come. We ain't got the winter yet, and I'm ready for the spring. I like being outside. Well, anyway, I got to go in there. The thing I just really love doing is going in there and cleaning that cat box. I went there this morning. I went, Lord Jesus, have mercy. She ain't got no room to even put a foot in there. She's been eating a lot more lately, so you know what that means. And which I'm glad she's eating because she's so skinny, but y'all know why. But I got to go in there and clean that wonderful cat box. I double bag it too because sometimes it gets so heavy, if you know what I mean. But I'm going to go ahead and be sipping on my green tea. Delicious green tea. I need some other flavors. And then I'm going to do my Christmas cards. So let me just sit back, kick up my feet. And I'll see y'all in just a little bit. Okay guys, well, I had a wonderful visit with you, and I really appreciate you all tuning in and wanting to come back to my channel. But anyway, I wanted to let you know that I love you, but Jesus loves you more. And remember, you're blessed in the city, blessed in the fields, blessed when you come, and blessed when you go, in Jesus' name. Until the next video. Bye, y'all.